Hello, welcome to yet another coffee and a concert from We4oria's. Today we are going to talk about the two things. One, self-identity, and another one is inclusiveness. Why two topics? This overlaps with each other. We'll talk about it. I'll start with a small story or an incident that happened in my life. This was around 35 years back. So I was studying in a school, and then every week we are supposed to attend, all the students, we are supposed to attend Bible classes. So me coming from a very different faith, after one or two classes, somehow I felt a little uncomfortable going there with a different faith's identity on me, on my face. So I went to my dad and told him, I won't be attending these Bible classes. So my dad made it very, very clear. As long as you study in this school, you will attend the Bible classes and try to understand that faith system also. To take it to the next step, so he picked up my diary, which is a school diary. He clearly wrote, my son will come with his identity and kindly allow him into the Bible classes. Of course, no one said no for me to attend the Bible classes. And then again, next day, I took this to my headmistress, who is supposed to be a nun, and she looked at it, smiled, and then really acknowledged that particular statement, and then ensured that I attended the Bible classes till the time I was there in that particular school. Now, my father would have done something different. He said, okay, hey, you don't need to go with the identity, right, and then attend the Bible class. Or otherwise, he would have simply said, okay, when you go and attend the Bible classes, erase your identity. So he ensured that I stayed with the identity, at the same time attend the Bible classes, and then ensured I learned about the other faith system also. Now, time passed by, I graduated, went into consulting and started traveling all across the globe, and happened to stay in the West for almost a decade or a little over a decade. So what really happened is that the seed my dad sowed in me, I ensured that I never lost my identity wherever I go. I'm not saying when we enter into a workplace or a corporate world, there is a framework in which you are supposed to operate. So I'm not saying that your identity should go beyond this framework of the corporate world or the workplace. So all we are saying is, being within the boundaries of the corporate world, ensure that you follow your value system, right? And you also include people and look at the people with equality for their value system. So across the globe, wherever I traveled, I never felt any discriminations because of who I am. I had a very thick Indian English accent. My behavior was very different. My body language is very, very different. At the same time, I also try to fine-tune myself. For example, when I get into the corporate world, people say, hey Sundar, you're talking in zillion miles per hour. That is how we speak. All the Indian languages, that's how we speak. I try to slow down so that the people can understand. And people always say, you know what, you're shaking your head. I do not know whether it is an S or no. I try to change it. Those things are perfectly fine. And I never artificially changed my accent, English accent, because I can never be an English, whichever the way I try to speak. I'll still stay as an Indian. But what it taught me is that staying as it is and accepting the people as it is for their value system. So interestingly, I happen to work with people from Korea, people from Japan, Canada, Europe, Germany, all parts of Europe and Germany, and I had these people in my team as I grew up my corporate ladder. So interestingly, I learned to respect them for who they are and then what they bring into the table from their value system. So that gave a very different perspective even within the corporate world for my team. So this is basically inclusiveness, respect the people for what they are and then what they bring to the table. At the same time, work within the boundaries of the corporate world. Thank you very much for listening to this session of Coffee and a Concert. We will meet in another session with a great topic for you. Thank you.